the correlation right now is with risk on, risk off. So when the market's doing well, then Bitcoin's been up, and when the market's doing poorly, Bitcoin's been down. And I think those correlations can continue to bounce around. So again, I don't have a particular view. I mean, if Bitcoin was in half from here, would I be surprised? No, I would be chagrined because I own a lot of it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Are you selling any? Have you sold any?
The short answer is no.
Would you think about selling any now, or are you the true diamond hands here?
No, the only time I ever sell anything, and I guess I'll clarify that, I have sold stuff to meet margin calls because I'm always on margin, and the stuff that you sell is the stuff that is very, very liquid, for me anyway. But again, that's just a particular thing. You know, Jesse Livermore talked about basically losing money being a tuition payment because you learn something, and I would say that the tuition payment for me has been very high since November. I hope President Biden gives me some debt relief.
Well, you're not the only one.
Payments.
So let me ask then, because you have been through so many of these cycles, and unlike many other value investors, you are still bullish on Bitcoin specifically. What would you say to other investors who have been caught up in parts of the rest of the crypto collapse and aren't sure whether they should rotate from part of the, from a crappy stable coin into Bitcoin, whether they should just liquidate entirely, or whether they should never dabble with crypto again, or just seek out, the Bitcoin Ether, if you believe those are blue chips, go that route? Can you just give kind of your final take here on what you think this is all going to mean for the next couple of months?
Well, a couple of months, I don't have a clue. My view is if people have lost a lot of money in crypto, they've been speculating in stuff that they probably don't know anything about, especially if they're surprised to have lost money, because most of the ICOs that came around in 2017 have gone to zero. And I'd say you've got, probably 10,000 coins right now, and all except for Bitcoin, in my opinion, even including Ethereum, have competition. And some of those things, there's I don't know, 4,500 public companies or so. And there might be 4,500 venture things involved in the crypto space that might work out. But I don't have the expertise to evaluate them. And I think you have to think of them as venture investments, which means that they're going to be driven by power laws instead of, typical Gaussian distributions, which means that most of them aren't going to work. And a few that do work will do very well. But I don't know which those are. I'm comfortable with Bitcoin.
All right, last question on this. Obviously, much more important to talk to you about the broader markets. But then, do you think that Bitcoin is a buy here at, let's say, 29,000?
I would say that, again, I'll repeat what I said earlier. I haven't heard a good argument about why you wouldn't put 1% of your liquid net worth in Bitcoin. If you lived in any of those, colorfully named countries by Donald Trump, Venezuela, Argentina, Lebanon, Turkey, Nigeria, Iraq, Ukraine, Russia. Russia lost 50% of their reserves when the U.S. government decided that it was going to sanction them. So I can't see why you wouldn't have something in Bitcoin just as a hedge. Again, anybody can afford to lose 1%, or you shouldn't be investing.